Alright guys, Jiffy Cornbread cakes. What we're going to use is 2 boxes of Jiffy Cornbread mix. I love Jiffy Cornbread. I know some people say it's not real cornbread, it's not traditional. Hey, to each his own, but I love the stuff. 2 boxes of that. We're going to use a can of cream corn. The cream corn is going to add a little bit more sweetness, but does actually just add another element, an ingredient to the dish. So a full can of cream corn. I've got the tops and bottoms of some green onions. I've got just about 3/4 of a cup of green onion. And that's going to add some excellent flavor to these cakes, so you don't want to skip that. Then I've got 1 egg. Generally you would use 2 eggs, but since we added the cream corn, we're not going to need that second egg, as well as the amount of milk. We're going to use about a 1/2 cup of milk here. Now, if you wanted them a little looser, you could do that, but the consistency I'm looking for, we're just going to take a 1/2 cup of milk and give it a good stir. Now, it may seem like there's a lot of green onion in there right now, but when you get them cooked up, you'll see that it was the perfect amount. Get stirring. This is exactly the consistency I want and that you'll want too. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the stove and get these cakes cooked up. All right, guys, back at the stove. Now what I have my skillet on medium heat with just a very shallow bed of oil in it. You don't want to have this on a super high heat because you'll wind up burning the outsides before the inside is clean. So they'll begin to puff up a little bit and you'll start to see a little edge around the bottom when it's time to flip them. Now the hardest thing about making these corn cakes actually is flipping them. But other than that, they're super simple to do and they're worth it. So as you can see, as we flip them, we got a perfect golden brown there, and that's what you're looking for. A perfect golden brown, and like I said, make sure that you do not have your skillet up too high. You will definitely burn the outside because there is a lot of sugar in the batter, and you'll have the outside burnt and the inside won't be done at all. So you want to have a nice medium heat and a consistent heat. That way you can make sure that they're done the way you want them. Now this batch is done. Looking good. I got a little hot on a couple of them, but other than that, they're still perfect and good to go. Now I'm just going to go ahead on and make sure that they're good, that they're done all the way through. A couple more flips and we're going to pull them. Now when I pull these, every time I put a fresh batch in, I want to make sure that I wipe out my skillet and then put a fresh batch of oil down. I don't want those the remnants in the skillet when I'm putting down a fresh batch. So I'll wipe it out, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll start all over again. And the cast iron is super easy to clean, so it's nothing just to take an old rag and wipe it out real good. You guys grew up eating these corn cakes? Let me know in the comment section. That's not something that we ate a lot of growing up. We definitely had tons of cornbread, but these things are fantastic, and it's just a little bit different than having your traditional cornbread all the time. Now you can see it, like I was talking about, got it all wiped out, got some more oil down. It's time to go in with the second batch. Now this batch, I'm going to make them a little bit smaller, that way to make it a little bit easier on me to flip them this time around. And you can see you definitely want the oil hot enough to start frying as soon as you put them in. That way you can make sure that they're not all greasy and full of oil, but you don't want them too hot to where you're going to be burning the outsides or getting them too done before the middle's done. So you can see we just flipped those and it's perfect golden brown like we were talking about. We're going to go ahead and flip up the rest, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of the batch. And when I come back with you guys, we'll go ahead and give them a good taste. But it's super simple, y'all. You will love this recipe. All right, guys, let's get into this taste. You can see how pretty they are. Perfectly golden brown, nice and moist on the inside, completely done all the way through. You can see those bits and pieces of green onion in there, a little steam coming off of them, a little butter on top. You can add a little honey if you like. These things are fantastic. I had these with the ham and beans, but you can see the video up top if you want to see that. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all. Until the next time, God bless.